Hello and welcome to Art Talks, a series of lectures to help you and your arts organization increase both your funding and your audience size. My name is Dan Brown, and we at the Capitol Theatre have been working with support from the Ontario Trillium Foundation to bring you the top local experts in their field to leave you with actionable insights, takeaways, and lessons that you can implement today.
Hey Windsor, my name is Cierra Bray and I'm the CEO and founder of CL Media. Thank you, Dan, for that lovely introduction. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about social media and events. So let's get right into it. So today we're going to talk about the social media platforms that you want to use when you're promoting your events, and then also what ticket platforms you'd also want to use. So the 4 social media platforms that I like and suggest are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, which is becoming a phenomena of a social media platform. So getting right into Facebook. So when you are promoting your event, you want to make sure you start an event page right away, right on Facebook. And you want to include a really concise description of what your event is about. But you want to also include your branding. So if you're hosting an art show or whatever it may be, you want to make sure that that includes the branding. And create a really cool cover photo. You can do that by using Canva, or there's Pink Monkey, and you can make add cool colors or cool fonts. So that would be my #1 suggestion when you're first starting out to that event page. And then the second thing or the third thing would be then sending your invitation. So when you're starting an event page on Facebook, you want to be careful if you label it as private or public. If you do accidentally label it as private, you will have to delete it and start over if this is a public event. And then you want to invite away. Depending on who your audience is, obviously you want to invite relevant guests. Some people will just click invite all in their friend list. However, you might have some friends in China or Toronto that might not make it to the event, so you could just be annoying them. However, it's good sometimes to get the word spread. And the next thing is you want to post consistently. I suggest if you're posting your event page within a month's time, I would do like every other day. And then within a week of your event, I would hit it hard with at least once a day. And then maybe 2 or 3 days before your event, I would do at least twice a day. And making sure you're also engaging with your followers. If people are commenting on your event page, or if they are asking you questions, you want to make sure that you're answering those questions right away, because you're also connecting with potential donors or potential attendees that might come to future events. So you want to make sure you're building those relationships. So the next one is Twitter. Some people like Twitter. I love Twitter. I'm a huge believer in Twitter. The nice thing about Twitter is that you can tag people in it, you can create conversations, and you only have 140 characters to spread the word about something. So you really have to be concise with your message. Sometimes when you have the space to write a lot, you kind of blab on and people just won't read it anyway. So it's a really effective way of advertising your brand and your event. So what you can do, some people like it, some people don't, but you can share the Facebook event page on your Twitter. So if you do have some followers on Twitter that might not be on Facebook, maybe they'll then like your page on Facebook and vice versa. So if you do that on Facebook, you can also connect it onto Twitter. The next thing is you want to create a hashtag. So for this event, obviously the hashtag is Art Talks. And when you're creating that hashtag, it's going to help your event get trending. And you want to make sure you stick to that hashtag throughout all social media platforms. So when you're using Facebook, you can use a hashtag if you like, Twitter, Instagram, and so on and so forth. So another really awesome thing about Twitter is you can live tweet. So when you have your guests at your event, they can be tweeting while they're there. They can say, this is awesome, or they can take a live photo, and then you can go and like and retweet it, which is really really effective, and people really appreciate when they get likes and retweets. And then I would suggest, like, some people say 5 times a day you want to be tweeting, but I kind of narrowed it down to at least 3 times per day. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be creating content. You could be engaging with other, with other posts, or you could be retweeting someone else's post, and maybe they've used the hashtag, which is cool as well. So you can click that hashtag and go back and see what other people are saying. And I believe that it's most effectively used during an event rather than before or after an event. I mean, you can get that word spreading, but during an event is great because you're able to live tweet and instantly see people's posts. The next one is Instagram. I'm a big believer in Instagram. I think it's really effective. I think you can say a lot in a photo or in a 1-minute video. You can interview people. You can, really tell a story on your event. So, if you've just decided that you're going to start an event, you can tell that story over a couple months' time and post a photo a day or a photo every other day, and really get people excited about the event and really get them anticipated about attending. Like I said, you want to utilize the event hashtag and post once a day. Some people post, every other day. It really depends on who your followers are as well. Like, if you find that people aren't really liking your photos every day because maybe they're not on Instagram every day, you can kind of feel it out. But I like posting once a day. And then the last one, like I said, this is the phenomena of social media. Snapchat is blowing up. And it's a really cool live and interactive way of engaging with your followers. I mean, you can post a photo, and it's almost like Paint or Photoshop on your phone. And you can, make silly faces, and there's really cool filters. And then you can also tell a really cool story. And then something I really love is that Snapchat is you're able to make a geo filter. So there's 2 ways about going about it. The first one is the free way, which is great for organizations that do have a budget. And the free way is creating a geo filter that doesn't contain a logo or an advertisement related to the event. So for example, if you're having an art event, maybe you want to include like a cute picture of some paintbrushes, and you would be able to do that for free. If you wanted to include your logo, they generally cost about $5 to $10 per hour, and it depends on the area, the space that you're going to have that geo filter filling. So for example, if you have the Capitol Theater downtown and it's 2 blocks long, that might cost you a little bit more if it was just in one central area. And you can be really creative when you're storytelling. Like I said, it's like a Paint app or Photoshop right in the palm of your hand. So those are the 4 platforms that I believe in. I think LinkedIn's a really great social media platform. However, it's a little bit more professional. So maybe if you're having a networking event or an after business cocktail hour, you can definitely post on LinkedIn. But I suggest these 4 would be the best. And ticket and registration platforms. So I think there's a little bit of a gap here when it comes to tickets, and I think sometimes people struggle to buy tickets in advance or buying tickets at the door. But there's some really great ways to get people to buy tickets in advance, so if you're going to struggle or if the event's going to be sold out. So Eventbrite's a really good program to use. You can actually, if you have a free event, they don't charge you anything, which is really great. You can advertise on there, and it'll actually put you in their calendar and advertise and send emails to people that are part of the Eventbrite newsletter. The Capitol Theater, of course, if you're having an event here, you'll obviously be in their event calendar, which is great. Snapped, which is another like local community paper, and they'll actually send out a free photographer. But some of these websites, you want to be careful. If you are charging an amount, they will charge a convenience fee, and then when they pay you, they'll also take 2% off the total that you make from the event. So those are my tips on social media for events and ticket and registration platforms. It's pretty basic and simple, and you just want to create that relationship with your followers and really engage with people, and tell your story. I think telling your story is the best way to get people excited about an event. Just like Art Talks, I think it's really awesome. You know, in the community, people are really starting to talk about it because it is trending and it's a really great brand. So yeah, that's it for me, and stay tuned, and we will be interviewing Tom Lucier and hearing about his social media adventure and how he's an awesome social media, I guess, guru, you could say, of the Windsor community. So stay tuned.